everybody, this is Angela from A Cat Among Books, and today I have a enormous, huge book haul. 12 books to show you. 3 of them I actually got at the end of April that I forgot to show you in the last video, so I'm including them in my month of May book haul. This is going to be the first book haul for May, and then I have a couple others that I'm doing because I received most of the books I've received that I'm going to be receiving this spring/summer have pretty much been released this month that I pre-ordered that I'm getting now. So without further ado, I am going to show you the books I have. There is quite a bit of contemporary and some fantasy here, so alright, let's get started. The first one I have to show you is a contemporary. It is called Shuffle Repeat, and this book is by Klein. It's about 2 characters, Oliver and June. June just wants to get high school over with, and Oliver is just soaking up his senior year. You know what the heck, I'm just going to read this to you real quick. Meet Oliver and June. Shuffle. June wants high school to end and real life to begin. Oliver is soaking up senior year's glory days. They could have coasted through high school knowing about, but not really knowing each other. Repeat. Except that their moms have arranged for Oliver to drive June to school every single day. Shuffle. Basically, shuffle, repeat, shuffle, repeat. So, shuffle. Suddenly, these 2 opposites are fighting about music, life, pretty much everything, and maybe falling for each other. Repeat. There are the secrets we keep and the secrets that get repeated. When promises and hearts are broken, June and Oliver must figure out what really matters to them, and then be willing to fight for it. I just think this sounds really cool. I like listening to music a lot, and I hope there's some cool playlists in here too. But I gotta get back into reading contemporary. I've been really into, fantasy and stuff like that. So every once in a while I'll throw a contemporary in there just to kind of balance things out. The next book I have to show you is a contemporary travel book. It is called Love and Gelato, and this is by Jenna Welch. And this book is about a girl who's, after her mother passes away, she finds out that she has a father that she's never met before, and he lives in Italy. And his mother says her last dying words are she wants her daughter Lena to go to Italy. So, I'll read this real quick. I made the wrong choice. Lena is spending the summer in Tuscany, but she isn't in the mood for Italy's famous sunshine and fairy tale landscape. She's only there because it was her mother's dying wish that she get to know her father. But what kind of father isn't around for 16 years? All Lena wants to do is go back home. But then she's given a journal that her mom had kept when she lived in Italy. Suddenly, Lena's uncovering a magical world of secret romances, art, and hidden bakeries. A world that inspires her along with the ever-so-charming Wren to follow in her mother's footsteps and unearth a secret that has been kept for far too long. It's a secret that will change everything Lena knew about her mother, her father, and even herself. People come to Italy for love and gelato, someone tells her, but sometimes they discover much more. I really love travel books. I love them so much because they're places that I would love to go one day. I mean, everyone would like to go to these places one day if they had the money, if they had the time. So to be able to read about it, I think that is really cool. That just, it puts me in a seat and I'm just there. I'm experiencing it through someone else's eyes, so it's almost like you're traveling without really leaving your house. So I look forward to reading that one. Now the next one I have to show you, I am actually this is the book that I'm going to choose to read during my trip in July. I was going to be The Crown by Kiera, but I'm like, I'm going to start that one now because I don't want to wait. This one I could probably wait a little bit on. This book is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I just got done reading her book, Since You've Been Gone, and I absolutely loved it so much. I actually had the Barnes & Noble copy, but when I went to Target and I saw the exclusive edition at Target, which has Andy's summer playlist and 2 deleted scenes, including a scene with favorite characters from Since You've Been Gone. When I saw this, I'm like, I have to get this one. So I returned my other one at Barnes & Noble, and I'm like, you know, from now on, I think I need to be checking out. I usually pre-order my books, but these Target editions are really, really cool. So it's like, I really need to be checking out some of these. I mean, Barnes & Noble has their own special editions. They didn't have a special edition for Unexpected Everything, and I think this is so cool. It's like, oh, there's dogs on the cover. It just looks so good. It'll be a great summer read, and it's big enough because I'm going away for a week in July with my husband, so. The next book I have to show you are actually 2 copies of the same book because, again, I went to Target after I received this copy of The Trials of Apollo by Riordan. This is, I think it's almost like a continuation series of, this one is about Apollo. But it looks like he goes to Camp Half-Blood, so I'm hoping they'll revisit, you know, Percy and Annabeth and Leo and all those characters. That's why I haven't finished the Sword of Summer, I believe it is. I have not finished that book. I hope to pick it up eventually, but it wasn't really pulling me in, so I'm hoping that this one actually will. It's got a really awesome cover. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. It has a letter from Apollo to Zeus inside. And of course, when I went to Target, they have their own special edition. Limited edition map of Apollo's trials at Camp Half-Blood inside, which looks freaking awesome. I don't want to spoil the book for me, so I'm not going to open it. But there's nothing wrong with having 2 copies of one book. I have a couple copies of Clockwork Prince because they have 2 separate special editions. So, okay, here we go. Okay. The next ones I have to show you are, I think I did the first book in the last video. I'm not sure where it went. By Maggie Hall, we have Map of Fate. It's a Conspiracy of Us novel. It looks like, I don't want to read it because it's a sequel to a second book, but the first book looks really interesting. I think it has to do with, like, spies and maybe has some time travel in it. I don't know. But I bought the first one on a whim. I'm like, I need something really, you know, out of my norm of reading, I guess. The other book I have to show you is Kerstin Gier. It's Dream On. It's a sequel to Dream a Little Dream, which I have over there in a pile. I haven't read Dream a Little Dream. I started it, I set it down. I tend to do that. I jump from one book to another until I find something that really sticks with me. Okay, the next stack of books. Mostly are contemporaries. The Season of You and Me by Robin Constantine. And this is a book about a girl who is reeling. Her name is Cassidy. Emmerich is reeling from a sudden, humiliating breakup. The last thing she wants to do is stick around and be reminded of her ex everywhere she goes. On impulse, she decides to spend the summer with her father and his family at their Jersey Shore bed and breakfast. A different scene and a new job working as camp counselor seem like the perfect recipe for forgetting Gavin as quickly as possible, not to mention avoiding him until he leaves for college. Brian Lakewood is sick of nevers. You'll never walk again, you'll never surf, you'll never slow dance with a girl and have her put her head on your shoulder. Last year, he made one false move, and now he's paralyzed and needs to use a wheelchair. But this summer, he's back at his camp job and is determined to reclaim his independence and his confidence. Cass is expecting 2 months of healing her broken heart. Brian is expecting a summer of tough adjustments. Neither is expecting to fall in love. I think this sounds like an amazing book. I have her 2 other books, The Promise of Amazing, and what was the other one? The Secrets of Attraction. I haven't read either of those. Actually, no, I did try to jump into Promise of Amazing a couple times, and it wasn't doing it for me at the time. But maybe I'll start this one, love it so much, and jump into the others. So we'll see what happens. Alright. Next one. Keep Me in Mind by Jaime Reed. I saw this one at Schuler's. I always check Goodreads. I check when I'm looking at a book I'm unfamiliar with. First thing I do, I scan the barcode, and the Goodreads website, if it's got like a 3.98 to over 4 point something, then I will definitely, and the reviews, if they're great, then I'll get it. And usually at Schuler's, their books are, you're going to pay list price regardless if you go into a store, whether it's Schuler's or Barnes & Noble. I'm like, I bet I could find this on the Barnes & Noble website quite a bit cheaper, and I did. So, without further ado, I will read the inside cover for you. A girl who can't remember, a boy who can't forget her. Elia Dawson doesn't recognize the handsome boy who sits in tears by her hospital bed. He claims he's her boyfriend, Liam. But to Elia, he's a stranger. She remembers her name, her parents, her best friend Stacy, but Liam is a total blank in her life. Liam McPherson is devastated. His girlfriend, Elia, suffered a terrible accident, maybe because of him, and now she lost her memory. But the harder Liam tries to reach Elia to remind her of what they had, the more she pulls away. As Elia begins the slow road to recovery, Liam begins to work on a secret project that he hopes will bring back the girl he loved. But can there ever be a future when the past is in pieces? I really like this cover. It's got the pictures of them that are in focus and out of focus. Not to mention, it's an interracial couple, which I haven't really read many of those, but I just thought it's got a cool storyline and everything, and I think it'll be so interesting to read this book. Okay, the next book I have to show you is another travel book. It's by Aimee Friedman, 2 Summers. And oh, it looks really, really good. I like her sunglasses. Has one of I don't know whether that's a lake or ocean or a pool. I have no idea. But these look like poppy flowers. Okay. One summer in the French countryside among sun-kissed fields of lavender. Ooh, the French countryside! Okay, another summer in upstate New York, along familiar roads that lead to surprises. When Summer Everett makes a split-second decision, her summer divides into 2 parallel worlds. In one, she travels to France, where she dreamed of going, a land of cafes, handsome boys, and art museums. In the other, she remains home, in her ordinary suburb where she expects her ordinary life to continue, but nothing is as it seems. In both summers, she will fall in love, discover new sides of herself. Discover new sides of herself. What may break her, though, is a terrible family secret. Oh boy. One she can't hide from anywhere. In the end, and might just be the truth she needs the most. You okay, Quinny? Oh, you're going to the bathroom. Okay. From New York Times bestselling author Aimee Friedman comes an irresistible, inventive novel that takes readers around the world and back again and asks us what matters more, the journey or the destination. I think the journey. Oh my gosh, Quinn. Are you okay? I hope you're alright. Alright. Sorry, she's going to the bathroom. Yeah. I'm looking forward to reading this one. The next... Oh my gosh, Quinn. Whew. Sorry. This, aside from my reading room, is also Quinn's room. She's my cat. She's using her litter box right now. So if you hear noises in the background, that's probably her. Yeah. Okay, the next one I have to show you is the book I actually just mentioned earlier about that I'm going to start reading now. The long-awaited, I'm excited to read this so much. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. It's The Crown by Kiera Cass, the last book in the selection series. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. I liked the book The Heir. I liked it. I didn't love it. But I'm hoping that this last book changes that. I really, really do. I hope that it's got a great, amazing conclusion because the last book left on a cliffhanger. Oh my god. Quinny. Okay. So I'm going to be starting that book. Jeez, Quinn, you stink. Alright, the next book I had to show you is the final book in the Raven Boys cycle. The Raven King by Maggie Stievater. Now I'm going to tell you I started the first one and I put it down. But I will be getting into it because I hear so many great things. I love, oh, this cover is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's blue. Blue is actually my second favorite color. I like red is my favorite, all-time favorite. But this is so pretty. I love the deer, the buck, the deer. And oh, there's birdies flying, ravens flying around it. Oh my god, Klein, you're making me ill. Alright, the last book of this book haul I have to show you is another book that is part of a series that I have not started. By Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Mist and Fury. It's the second book to A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I have not read because I'm still working on the Throne of Glass series. I put down Queen of Shadows. I'm going to read the Assassin's Blade, which is the novellas. I read somewhere maybe you're supposed to read that before Queen of Shadows, because I really want to get caught up before Empire of Storms comes out. I want to be caught up and ready to go. And then I can, break into her other series. That's usually how I'd like to do things. If I will get a new series that authors come out with, even if I haven't finished their first series. But I have to finish the first series before I jump into the next one. That's why I haven't read Passenger, because I have to finish the Darkest Minds trilogy. Well, there you have it. There are all my books. I hope you enjoyed them. And if you want to comment below and let me know what you think of these books, what you think I should read next after The Crown, that would be helpful, because I'm going through a mini slump. I just finished the Monument 14 series and I whipped through those books so fast. So whenever I read a good series like that, I'm really in a slump as what to read next, because most of the time it's something that won't top it, or I just can't get into it because I've just read a really good series. So I'm going to let you go here. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It's Wednesday. If anyone out there watches Empire, tonight's the season finale. I'm so looking forward to watching it tonight when I get home from my job. So, without further ado, have a good week. Goodbye.